Hello and welcome to Two Tunes Podcast.
Who are you trying to be?
Bo, why would you do that weird voice to start the podcast? That's so strange, Bo. Bo Barber, why would you of all
Okay,
people
so this episode, he's going to be,
weird voice?
I'm going to be on the left,
Well, don't
and
do that.
Bittner's going to be on the right.
Bizarre.
It is bizarre. It's not really going to do that. I could put it just a little bit.
Nah. No, that's super weird.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, it sounds weird in my headphones.
It's okay.
So I'm imagining, like, that would be bizarre if people did that on podcasts. Or maybe it would be cool. I don't know.
They do. Some people do
I'm
that.
sure, but, like, I'm imagining, because I listen to podcasts.
But they don't put it to the extreme.
Well, sure. But, like, I'm thinking, because I mostly listen in my car. I will occasionally listen on headphones and stuff, but mostly in my car. And I'm, like, imagining, like, driving and hearing, like,
On one side
Nick
and
Mason
the other.
on the right and Mr. Sunday Movies on the
Also,
left. Specifically
does
of the-
your car have a setting where it adjusts the sound to either the driver or to everybody?
I don't know. It might. I've never really explored those options too much.
Because my car does. And it was a
Because your
direct...
car can kind of tell when people are in your car, except that
No. It
couldn't
doesn't
the
do it
other day.
automatically. Like, you got to press a button.
Sure.
And it can actually. It can tell who's
Did
buckled.
you figure that out from last week? Bo just got
Oh.
a new car, and he
I
was
got a
like,
new car.
"Oh, you got to check this out," and then it, like, wasn't doing whatever. you were
The
trying to
rear
make it do.
occupancy thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can turn it off. I turned it off because I'm like, the youngest person in my car is going to be 7.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good. Just keep coughing on the podcast.
It is. It's going to be like that. Too much. I don't know. Anyways. Hi, I'm Bo.
And I'm Brandon.
And we are.
We are Two Tunes Podcast.
Bo, again, I don't understand why you're doing weird voices.
Is this the new thing that you do
the
every week?
podcast.
Is make fun of me since we've been in the basement?
Yes, I don't know. Have I?
Like, it's been every week.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm cool with it. Whatever. So
It's called deflection.
if I make fun of you first,
I do it with
you
my
won't,
feelings too, Bo.
you won't make fun of me.
I make jokes instead of being a real person.
No, you're good.
Welcome to Brandon's
Okay.
Talking Out Loud Therapy.
Anyways, this is called Two Tunes Podcast, where we
Yes.
bring two tunes to each other and talk about them in
For our
totality.
Canadian listeners, we talk about them. Crickets.
Is Joey
Joey
Canadian?
Dosik, he's not, but he went to school in Michigan, and that's close enough.
So's Pennsylvania.
What?
Well,
yeah, sure.
We will talk about Canada in this episode.
Cool. Oh, is your band from Canada?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that. Actually, I think I maybe knew that, but I just made a joke.
Yeah, you're going first, but
Yeah.
we're going to talk about Canada
All right.
and how cool it is.
I enjoy Canada. I have friends in Canada.
We're going to talk about Canada.
Sweet. All right. What are we talking about first, though? My tune.
Yeah, we're going to talk about your tune.
Cool. This
What's your
is
tune?
Inside Voice.
What?
Inside Voice.
Yeah, what do you
From
want to
the
use
album
your inside voice?
Inside Voice. It's a sexy song.
It's the
By Joey Dosik.
Dosik.
Do you know Joey Dosik?
I do not.
So you might know the band that he plays with, Wolfpack.
Oh, okay.
He's the saxophone player in Wolfpack.
Okay, here's my question about that band.
Yeah, they're dope.
Does Mark Lettieri play with
No.
that band?
He plays in Fearless Flyers, which is like a spin-off band.
Okay. How is it a spin-off band?
Okay, so Wolfpack, like the core of Wolfpack is Jack Stratton, who's like the lead main guy. Mm-hmm. He's like the Michael League of them. There's a lot of like parallels between Snarky Puppy and Wolfpack.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
Yeah. So Wolfpack is Jack Stratton, who primarily plays guitar. Joe Dart on bass, on the Joe Dart bass, by the way. Theo Katzman, who drums. And
you're really good with these names.
yeah, Corey Wong is now in that group as well. He was not in it from the inception. And then Joey Dosik, who plays sax and stuff. And then there's Woody, whose name I can't remember, who plays keys. So they're all like their own thing. Like they all do their own thing. Most of them release music under their own name and other stuff. And then also they're in this group called Wolfpack. And from that, though, some of them have like done sort of these spin-off bands. So like Fearless Flyers is a spin-off band because there's like members of Wolfpack that are in it or that have started it. And it's like, I think their stuff is like released on the Wolf label.
Okay.
So
the reason I asked about Mark Lettieri is I don't know what he was doing.
And we've talked about him before, but he's a guitar player and he plays in Snarky Puppy.
Yes.
Like one of the founding members, I want to say, or at least early members.
Yes. I don't know enough about him.
Yeah.
So there there was a Instagram stories, and he was like the video was on a television, right? And it was a drummer and a guitar player, and they looked like Wolfpack, because they wear like white.
They were like
jumpers.
They wear flight suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're wearing that, and then it was just the drummer and one of the guitar players, and then he turns around, and there's a guy behind him so he's sitting on a couch, and then there's a guy, and it's like, is that guitar on a stand?
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, they are. You got a problem with that?
Yeah, that's like part of their gimmick too, is that all their guitars are on stands.
Which is actually like really a cool idea. Because like you have so much freedom if you don't have to
Well, and especially the style of stuff
the
that they do, like I feel like they need to be moving around a lot, and like you obviously are the guitar player and I don't know as much about, but like the picking and the quickness of it, I guess, is what I'm.
It's because they don't have to worry about holding the guitar
up, yeah,
and it's positioned in the perfect way to get what they need. So it's ergonomically correct,
yeah,
for what they're playing to do that, because like if you have a strap, like you could have it anywhere and it can move. Where if you have that, plus I feel that. Do they do dance moves? Because they should. Because they have
at
those
least in some of their videos,
or at least like turns.
At least in some of their videos, there's sort of choreography.
Yeah,
like in the very loosest, minimal sense of the word, I guess.
Yeah, but it feels
the horn
like
players tend to do some of that, maybe a little bit more,
where they just like bend back.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
just put the bell up and put the bell down.
Yeah.
Do a bunch of marching band type stuff.
Yeah. So like, I will totally bring in Wolfpack at some point, and also probably Fearless Flyers. But
okay, so another collab episode.
Maybe, or just not even necessarily, because Wolfpack just is this band. They're some people have heard them called like an internet band, because like that's kind of, they just started on the internet basically.
Yeah.
And became super famous that way. Ooh. Like where Snarky was doing the thing,
they were playing shows,
doing the work, doing shows and different things, as was Wolfpack, but I think like it just was more, they came later, and so like took advantage of the internet right away, where Snarky had to like get into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
they did the old school way.
They'd been going for a couple years and then hit on YouTube, you know, where I feel like Wolf kind of grew out of that. But anyway, so we'll just copy and paste this one and we do a Wolfpack episode. But Joey Dosik, like I said, like I knew him as the sax player from that band, and then it was like, oh shoot, he's actually got like this R&B album also, and he's a great singer and songwriter. So yeah, this is an inside voice. Do you want to play it?
Maybe eventually.
In this moment together, what will you hear in my voice?
So I'm like reminded of so many other things, but I don't know what they are.
Teddy Pendergrass, Sam Cooke,
Marvin Gaye. Definitely. Yes, yeah. But maybe it'll come to me.
All the things.
This is also track 1.
Yes, this is the opening track.
Won't you come a little nearer? 'Cause I hear it so much clearer.
That's
little
awesome.
Stevie,
yeah.
Like almost sounds like Tonto. A little bit. Go back like 10 seconds. When
10
he's
seconds,
singing
that's
that,
like the
no, like
the song.
3 seconds, whatever.
Okay. I went back 9.
It sounds like.
Do
you hear it? The upper, almost synthy.
Yeah, but that I mean, technically, that could be a theremin.
Sure, it could be. Yeah,
could be. Probably not. It's probably just like.
But it just reminds me of like that Stevie Wonder, like just those like high up, not super prominent, but there and needed kind of like higher up synth sounds and stuff.
I gotcha.
things I could only tell
This also
you
reminds me,
quietly
which also is another horn player that has this like R&B soulful side, but the Mike Maher from Snarky Puppy, the trumpet player, has his own R&B thing. Yeah. Oh, some cool chords.
Inside voice of you. I ain't gonna scream and shout it.
One thing, can you pause it for a second? Sorry.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't look up was who the players are on this album. I'd be curious.
Disappointed.
Like, is it the Wolf dudes? You kind of feel like it probably
be.
would be. Are you looking it up or?
I don't
look
know.
it up.
We're doing internet research on the internet
happens.
as the thing's going. What's the guy's last name again?
Dosik, Dosik.
Gotcha.
Inside voice. Oh, there's not a link to it on there.
Yeah, of course there's not. Because the internet hates musicians.
Yeah.
They're just like, give it to me for free. Yeah, no. We ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, but credits have adapted from AllMusic. No, not going to find it.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
Anyway, I just
pulled
was
up
curious
my
like
band.
who some of the players are, but yeah, it's just the whole album's pretty similar to this. Some differences and different stuff, but it's just like this R&B album, and so like it's like a lot of love songs, and I like his interesting take on them as well. This one and Game Winner are probably two of his more famous ones, and Game Winner is like a basketball metaphor
Okay.
about like I want to hit the game winner, and like
Okay.
he's a big basketball fan.
He looks
So,
like it.
Yeah.
He also looks like he's 12.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a 12-year-old.
Yeah. And he's so with Wolfpack, there's some songs that like feature him singing and stuff
Okay.
as well.
I thought they were just like a instrumental funk.
Mostly, but then they have like a lot of singers that come in. Or Theo, also the guy who's the drummer, he's a singer-songwriter also. Like that's his main gig, and then also he drums in Wolfpack, and then sings on some Wolfpack songs too. But
Yeah.
but this, sorry, go ahead.
Doing little tiny bit of research into this.
Can you go back like 2 seconds then after you say your thought?
Yeah.
Just like that chord, whatever it is.
Okay. So looking up him, and then you go down to the bottom, it's like also featured on these things, and it's like it's a ton of things of just other people. And I didn't know he was a sax player.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's a vocalist, so let me listen to this thing. But Mocky, Mocky.
Okay.
I don't know who this guy.
Rocky,
And then,
yeah, I don't know.
anyways, but like this person, it was like a day at Capitol Studios.
Oh, okay.
And it was him, but like it was like featuring, and then like 20 other people, and he was on that, and then like every song is just like in parentheses featuring, and then it's
20 people.
It's 20
Yeah.
people, because I think it's like not realizing he plays the saxophone. I was like listening, like what's this song? Where's
Yeah.
the vocals?
Yeah.
And it wasn't any vocals, but it was kind of like maybe it was a jazz record.
Okay.
So the album cover is Mocky. I don't want to say Moxie, but like there's like a
C's before the
series.
K.
Yes, but there's that album was like Mox Tapes 4. So MOX
Oh,
tape.
okay.
So I'm thinking it's Mocky,
Yeah.
but that's Mox because the X.
Yeah.
Anyways, he's on there, but like he's holding like a bunch of sheet music, and like I'm going into the recording studio
cool.
and gonna like give it to the band, and
Yeah.
and so it felt like that. So it's like maybe he's like, here's the music, we're playing it today.
Yeah.
Let's record.
I think I listened to last year at some point an interview with Joey Dosik on the Third Story podcast, which I've mentioned before. Great podcast. He just
send
interviews
them other
musicians
people.
and people.
Send them other places.
Yeah. I mean, listen to that in addition. But like, if you want more of Joey Dosik's background and like hear him actually talk about it himself, you can go to that podcast. But he was at University of Michigan, which is where he got with the Wolf guys, and I believe studying saxophone or like woodwinds and stuff in general. His Wikipedia page says studying music and contemplative studies.
In what?
Contemplative studies.
What does that word
I don't
mean?
know. Like you're contemplating studying, I guess.
okay.
It reminds me either of something from like Van Wilder that like he would have taken a class in or majored in, or because he majored in like leisure studies, or it's something from the movie Accepted where they make their own college. the South Harmon Institute of Technology.
I mean, isn't that what a liberal arts major pretty much is?
Sure. Yeah. Have you seen that movie, Accepted?
Not that one, but I've definitely seen
Accepted is really good. And they like come up with their own classes, and there's one that's called like walking around thinking about stuff. What do we do? Well, we walk around and think about stuff.
How do you grade that?
Yeah.
All right, so you ready for this chord that
yeah,
you
it like
search?
just keeps coming in.
Okay.
That one. I don't know what it is. It's cool though.
It's a Neapolitan chord.
Maybe.
It's
No,
not.
it sounds sort of diminished.
It is not a Neapolitan chord because that's only in classical music. Adam Neely.
Oh, yeah.
It was a new Adam Neely.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he's like, put a Neapolitan chord in everything. But really, isn't like a Neapolitan chord just like part of a chord progression? Because if you were to use it by itself,
Aren't all chords part of chord progressions?
yes, but you're like, this is a C chord. But like a Neapolitan chord, it's more like here's a dominant chord. Like it kind of serves a function.
Oh,
it serves a function more than like if I threw just that chord into something,
Yeah.
but didn't go to where it was supposed to go.
Yeah.
Then it wouldn't be a Neapolitan chord.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, because it's a predominant chord.
Yeah,
It needs to go. The flat two.
it needs to do a thing.
Well, the flat two's trying to get to the leading tone, which you can go. That's what he was saying. If you use a 1-6-4 before it, and then the 5, you get ra do ti. They get that like little half step movement thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, thanks Adam Neely. Go watch his videos on YouTube.
Into the bridge. I like this again, like
Departure?
sort of. Yeah.
Prosody.
Prosody?
Is that prosody?
Yeah. Overall, I like the tune because it's like I want to get you inside and like talk quietly and
Have a conversation.
Yeah.
Not just be like, we're at the club. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. Well, and he's like, I don't want to text you. I don't want to call you. Like, I just want to talk to you inside. And also, it's sexual and whatever and stuff. This is totally one of those tunes that, like, I wish I could do at karaoke. Like, I wish they had this track that I could do it. There's that chord again.
What you could do. Anyways, I wanted to go just talk about that outside part. So, like, the bridge is talking about outside. Like, everything else is, like, inside. It's inside. And then the bridge is talking about outside. The only time that they ever talk about outside. And it gets, like, kind of bigger and spacious.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I want to get you inside. And then it comes back to the normal.
Back,
like, of this tight kind of idea. Oh, that Maki guy is in this.
Oh, okay.
Or is part writer of it.
Okay.
I don't know how to pronounce any of this. I mean, besides that middle name Dominic Maki.
Okay.
Salole. Salole.
Salole? I don't know.
It's probably Salole.
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm sorry. Hopefully you don't listen to this. Wow, that's like a long held out chord.
Yeah. So I dig it. I like the whole album. I'm actually like want to go back and listen to it. I haven't listened to the whole thing in a while. Mm-hmm. He's got a couple EPs, mostly which I think like there are tracks that are then on the album.
Yeah,
it's like a pretty standard thing. Like the second EP was called Game Winner, and then Game Winner's on there. They have he's got one of my favorite tunes from Wolfpack called LAX, which again he sings on and stuff.
There's a song by Big D and the Kids Table called LAX.
Nice.
But X is in like ex-girlfriend.
Oh. His is about the airport.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like
I'm walking through the airport and
no, he's
baggage
like
claim.
no, it's about how his girl comes and picks him up at LAX.
Okay. He's
like, I love my baby. She's the best. She picks me up at LAX. It's just like a cute poppy love song.
Okay. This is gonna be a quick one.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I don't have much. I didn't just like not a ton of research, like I said.
Yeah. Tell us if we're dropping the ball, guys.
Listen to them on. Well, I feel like sometimes we overload them with stuff, and I mean, we talked about Neapolitan chords. What else could you want?
It's gonna be funny because we have my two friends.
Bo's got 2 friends.
I got
Way to
2
brag, Bo. Jeez.
So many
Your
friends.
2 friends.
There's 20 listeners,
Meanwhile,
and I know 2 of them.
Old one friend McGee over here.
No, you got more than that. Anyways, so my 2 friends, Christian. I guess the 2 friends that we've talked about on the podcast that I feel okay. So Christian knows what we're talking about. He went to music school. He knows what we're talking about. And then there's Rich, who did not go to music school.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he does for a living. I know what he's doing right now. He's in Atlantic City.
Nice.
Playing a show.
Oh, cool.
It is really cool.
I thought you were say he was like
Gambling? No, he's
gambling away his life savings.
No, he's playing a show, which is I wish I was there. That would be fun to even just hang out.
Yeah.
But anyways, and he would not know what a Neapolitan. He's like, you mean like the 3 ice creams?
Yeah.
Because that's what most of our listeners are like, Neapolitan chords, unless they watch the Adam Neely video.
Sure.
They're
or
like
took a music theory class.
or took a music theory.
Well, upper level
AP,
at least.
Yeah. I don't get to Neapolitan.
It's not even
chords.
on the AP test, but
I mean, yeah. So we're gonna take a break for station identification.
cool.
But not really.
Welcome back to the Two Turns podcast. That was not my best effort.
Why,
I was just trying to some sort of like weird Kermit. Welcome back to the.
Yeah, you'll be Kermit, and I don't know. That's a bad poo, but you know.
Oh, that was supposed to be Winnie the Pooh.
When I said "oh bother,"
Oh bother!
but I do have a good
You just had like a southern draw. Like, oh bother!
He did. It's like oh
Oh,
bother.
I got the vapors. Oh bother!
No, the one that I can do, which is weird though, because it's like, well, you do that.
A droopy dog.
Yeah, look, you got it. It's Droopy Dog, but
you go.
it's very weird because you have to kind of droop.
It's all in the jowls.
It really is. Like you drop your cheeks.
Yeah.
To be even gay.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
Cool. So what do you got, Bo? Oh wait, question for you.
Yeah.
Is it Alex
No.
is on fire or Alexis on
It's
fire?
Alexis on fire because it actually says pronounced Alexis on fire.
Okay.
But is it Alexis as a person or is it a Lexus on fire as
Lexus
a car?
isn't spelled that way.
Whatever.
Lexus has a U in it.
Does it?
Yeah.
All right. Whatever.
So it's a person, Alexis, on fire.
Yeah. So Alexis.
The reason I'm asking is because they stylize their name as all one word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it says Alexis on fire.
Yeah.
They are a 5-piece Canadian post-hardcore band formed in St. Catharines, Ontario,
All right.
in 2001. They described their music as the sound of 2 Catholic high school girls in a midnight knife fight.
Sure.
Get that at all? I read it on Wikipedia, and I'm like, really? No, there was this interview.
Sounds like them effing with an interviewer at some point.
So, Alexis on Fire, great band, great band. I didn't realize until like later that I saw them. I saw them at a show. I was not paying attention, because it was an Anti-Flag show, and I was just there. I don't know why I was just there. I don't think I played the show, but they were like the main support. So the person who plays right before Anti-Flag. And me and my friend Jay, we stage dove and got in trouble because we stage dived, dove,
Dived, I believe.
stage dived, because we did that. But it was during their set, and I didn't really realize who they were at that time.
Yeah.
And then they came out with the album that this song's on, which this album's great, like front to back. The first 2 tracks like run into each other, and that's like the name of the record. So the name of the record is Old Crow, Young Cardinals, and Old Crow is the first song, and Young Cardinals is the second song, and they like go right into each other.
Gotcha. What
this-
label are these guys on?
I don't know.
Primarily.
Well, they're not really a band anymore.
Well, okay, but like what label were they on?
2002
2002 or whenever they hit big.
Well, this album's from 2009, and it was their last real record.
Okay.
And it was on Dine Alone,
Oh.
which I have no idea what record label
Never
that
heard of
is.
that.
It's a Canadian band,
gonna
or a
look them-
Canadian record label.
Look it up real quick.
And it's distributed through Universal Music Group.
Oh, they were on Vagrant and Equal Vision at some point.
So this is probably going to get taken down.
Cool. I just was curious because I
Thank
was like,
you.
it's a band I've seen the name of. I probably have on some compilation somewhere, but I never listened to
So this is a band that was like, it was huge, and then there are so many, like there's a whole section on their Wikipedia page that's just side projects because they have so many. Like this, there are 15 subsets of just side projects.
I'm gonna pull it up. Just
so City and Color, which is Dallas.
I was just
Green.
I was gonna say if I could know any of them right away, I know that.
So
one.
City and Color is Dallas Green. Dallas is a city, Green is a color. That's where he got his name from, his band name, and it's like a folk rock, kind of like what's that guy's name from England? Just did the No Effects.
Frank Turner.
Frank Turner. It's kind of like Frank Turner type things. Like Dallas Green is like, I don't want to say the good singer, but like as far as like if you look up like what is a good singer? Like they're all good singers, but like the other two are like gruff singers versus like, oh, that guy sounds like he could sing in church. Black Lungs, After the Hollowed Moment.
I'm just wondering if you're going to read this one that I just got to.
Bergenfield 4.
Yep, that was the one. That was
Condemning
the one
Salem.
Yep.
The other, like, there's, you know what? It's not even on here. The Hollows. Anyways, so Dallas Green is City and Color. Wade McNeil, he's the other guitar player. And the Gallows is his other band.
I saw Gallows one time. They were
he's
awesome.
I think at that point,
Gallows is like a Scottish band, right? Or at least the lead singer is
an English hardcore.
Okay, maybe that's what. Yeah.
So is he the singer? Yeah, he's the vocalist in that band now. He joined them in 2011. He joined them.
That's probably around the time that I saw them in Warped Tour.
But Wade McNeil, he's done guest vocalists on Bedouin Soundclash, Cancer Bats, Johnny Truant, Anti-Flag, off the Great Depression, and then the Banner. Anyways, and then George Petit.
Okay.
Pettit. Petit,
or
I think.
Petit.
Maybe. I don't know.
Depends how
it's like
Americanized
probably
it is.
French Canadian.
Oh, totally is, yeah.
He is so like the band was a band, and then at some point they were just like City and Color was getting kind of big. Wade was going to Gallows. And like, so the band wasn't really like their primary focus anymore. So the band was like, we're just gonna, like when Dallas Green was gonna leave, it's like, okay, we're cool. We've lost one member.
Yeah.
And then Wade was like, I'm gonna go do this thing. It's like, oh, we can't,
yeah.
we can't lose two members in a row without like, so like then they just broke up. But then a couple years ago, they kind of solidified or came back, but they didn't come back. Like they were playing shows, but they didn't have any new music. And then in 2019, they released a song. What's the song called? Familiar Drugs. And then they've just kind of like put out one song at a time.
Sure.
Just kind of like, hey, this is a song. And they did a live show on YouTube. Crap, I can't think of what it's called. Like House of Strombo.
Okay.
It's like this video series of like this guy just has people come to his house where he has a recording studio and play a show.
That's cool.
In the house, and it's really, really cramped. But like a lot of the punk bands that we listen to. So, yeah, a lot of those punk bands.
Cool.
So they're from Canada. Canada holds a very special place in my heart because I grew up in Erie, Pennsylvania. Just like the Wanderers.
The Oneaters, Bo.
The Oneaters, yeah. But the best radio station when growing up was FM 96, which is based out of London, Ontario.
Nice.
It's across the lake. So all of these like Canadian things, like it's really weird to listen to a radio station that isn't in your, like the town that you live in.
Yeah.
And hear all these commercials for things that like you don't see.
Yeah.
And you have no idea. Like I could sing jingles to pizza places that don't exist in America.
Boston pizza. That's always one that's weird to me whenever I go to Canada.
Okay, no,
Boston
no.
pizza.
Well, it's called Pizza Pizza.
Well,
And
there's
it's-
also Pizza Pizza. That's a different thing.
well, Pizza Pizza, and we played a show there, and there was like this promoter guy decided I'm going to come with you guys, and we're like, okay, even though it was super sketchy, and we should have been like, no. But I sang the jingle. 867-1111 phone pizza hey hey, it's like because I've listened to it so many times, and it's not like, oh well, that's the local. No, that's like
the
national thing. Wonderland and Southdale, like those are roads.
Sure.
And like Westervelt College, like all these things that I'm like, I don't know what these are.
Yeah.
Or like, but so I have a lot of Canadian, well, not really. I don't have a lot of knowledge, but I have like familiarity with
Very specific
with London, Ontario.
Yeah.
Where people are like, yeah, we played in London, and then you're like, where? Like England? It's like, no.
Play the
London,
O2 Arena.
O2 Arena, yes. So I have this a love for that because it's kind of like my childhood, even though like I didn't grow up in Canada, but it was across the river. So, or the why do I want to say the river? Anyways, it's across the lake. So I'm like, I like Ontario things. I like Canadian things because of that. And then some radio station that was just close enough.
Yeah.
Well, closer to me and around the same frequency blocked it. And I'm like, I couldn't listen to any of the radio station. And like, so I didn't listen to the radio after that because we didn't have a good rock. It wasn't like, it was not new rock. It was, and all these bands that I knew, they're all Canadian bands because in Canada, it is Canadian law that you have to, if you play something on the radio, like X amount of your
stuff has to be Canadian. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what, but like
Australia
what part
has that too.
Yeah. So because they're like, no, we want to promote Canadian things.
Yeah.
So you have to play Canadian things. So Bedouin Soundclash, the only reason I know is because of that radio station.
Yeah.
Our Lady Peace, because of that radio station. I'm gonna name I want to name all these Canadian bands that I don't know.
Yeah.
But Canadian. Like my rock, early rock that wasn't like punk rock, that was popular Canadian rock, was Canadian rock.
Cool.
So this is Alexisonfire, and this song is called "The Northern." It is an homage to the blues, kind of.
Sure.
That's kind of like where they're like, we want to like, let's write a blues song. Kind of. It's not, but it is. Lyrically, it steals from like spirituals.
Yeah, they reference the River Jordan.
Yeah, like there's a spiritual Roll Jordan roll where like they're like, no, we just took like everything is very much.
Yeah, it felt. I almost thought at first, like as I was listening, I was like, "Is this a Christian band?"
Nope.
But because just this song has very.
This song is very, very religious, but they are not religious.
Yeah.
And they even say that it's like the song is very religious, but this is not, or we are not.
Yeah.
So I love how it starts and how it ends. So
Cool.
Organs. It hangs on the one for so long, right?
Like prolongation,
Yeah.
sort of.
And then most of the vocals, like the lyrics, there's not a lot to them.
Yeah.
Right. He comes, judge so severe. And that's Dallas Green singing.
Both parts?
Not both parts. Just the clean part.
No, so it's in octaves.
Yes. Anything that's clean, it's him.
Okay, so he's singing, he's doubling himself in octaves.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, so he's the most in this.
Yeah. I don't like the screamer guy.
Okay. That's the main,
Okay.
the guy who just sings. That's
Yeah.
George Petit, I think.
Okay.
Petit.
I didn't love this song overall, to be honest.
It just kind of sits there. It's not like super. So then it's like the second version around. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Like
He changes up something.
Like some of the things
Maybe
are
not.
changing a little bit.
There's something I remember I was like, oh, okay, he did that different. that little melisma.
little flourishes here and there. And then we finally go to a different part. And then the other good, just like the rest of the band.
Yeah. Gang vocals. There's a thing coming up too. I don't know how soon. Where I thought it was over.
Okay.
And I was like, well, that was a weird ending. And then it keeps going.
Okay.
And I don't know that I like that either.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, here's like the drop down, like the bridge ish.
Which is just
the lyrics aren't
verse
like, they
again.
don't change, right? It's all about feel.
Yeah.
Because if you think of like the blues, like they don't, like there's not like a second verse.
Now that you've said that's what they were going for, I do get that a bit.
There's only 4 chords, and it's got the 1, the 4, and the 5, but then I think it has a 3 in there as well.
Okay. Or is it like a 1/6 or something or whatever?
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know.
Because here,
so like it just sounded like it was done.
You thought that was the end.
Yeah, and it was like, that's bizarre.
Okay. Next, I'm gonna
because even it takes a second to realize that, like, oh no, it's still the same thing.
Yeah. And then it's like, now it's a verse where like the screamy singer is singing the same things that the clean vocalist Dallas Green sang.
I'm just not a fan of his vocals, which is, that's, I don't have to be.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, it might not fit this song.
Yeah.
But it's like, what else would we do? And then it's just a Dallas Green song and not an Alexisonfire song. You're just listening now.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to say. I'm sorry.
It's all right. There's not like a lot that goes on. It just like kind of like builds.
Yeah.
And then it's a very simple song.
Yeah.
4 chords.
It's probably a good one live. People singing along and...
Yeah. There's some acoustic versions of it.
Okay.
Where it's actually George is not on, like, it's like just the 2 guitar players, Wade and Dallas.
Okay.
Singing them. And it's a really interesting... And then, like, there's just like little parts that are going on throughout the song.
Yeah. I feel like it would, like, okay, here's like the guitar solo-ish kind of thing, but it's just like outro. But I feel like
and then no, one more time.
Yeah, I'll let it wait.
Yeah, the floor tom, right?
Yeah,
it was the same way that it.
I almost feel like it could have benefited from like a guitar solo in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna play a Dallas Green song.
Okay.
At some point, and you're probably not gonna like it.
Okay. And that's okay.
And that was the other option for this week was that Dallas Green song, because it's like 3 songs all in one song.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's fine. Doesn't grab me.
Okay.
It does not make me want to go listen to more of them.
Okay.
I will say that.
All right. After the pod, I'm gonna play the first 2 tracks from this. Not on the pod, but after the pod.
Fair enough.
All right. So, how can these fine people who decided to listen for 38 minutes get a hold of us?
They can find us on Instagram at Two Tunes Podcast. They can find us on Facebook, Two Tunes Podcast.
You don't know how to search for it. Just search up Two Tunes Podcast.
Search it, yeah.
If you want to get a hold of us through email, which no one does.
Yeah. Bots.
twotunespodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
And there's also a Discord that you can come on over and have a chat with us.
Yeah.
Christian is a prominent member there.
Yep.
Who voices his opinion, and I respond back. And I think the last comment that he made was very interesting about how tenors are better vocalists than baritones.
So me.
Yeah. It made sense. I think I'm going to keep that conversation going over on the Discord.
I get those notifications and then I forget to go look at them.
Yeah, I check because I promote over there on other Discord servers.
As you should.
Yeah, so we've gotten some people from those Discord servers. So,
thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for those of you that have shared and told other folks about it. I've seen a couple people post and tag us and things. It's cool.
Yeah. There's
Appreciate
one person who follows on Instagram, or not Instagram, on YouTube.
Oh.
Because I post over there.
Sweet.
It's Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Your friend Mark.
My friend Mark?
Yeah.
I have a couple friends named Mark.
Hey, I'll tell you the last
Sweet.
name later.
All right.
I think it's Mark. I need to double check. Our one subscriber.
Meanwhile, it's Gene, and he's like, come on, man.
Anyways, but thank you guys for listening, and tell all your friends.